YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, hey 21JT James here, checking in with, and yeah, hang on, let me redo that. It's your boy 21JT James here, aka Sports Talks, checking in once again, and with another video. And I do apologize if I stumble a little bit. It's just I got a little bit of I'm sorry, I've been laughing for the past like hour or so because LeVar Ball, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, y'all know how I rip on Curry, how I rip on Durant, how I rip on the Warriors. Yeah, I never thought I'd say this. I think there's somebody I actually hate more than the Warriors, and it actually is LeVar Ball. I legitimately think there's somebody more stupid than him, and that's impossible. Now, allow me to, first of all, address the NBA draft. I want to say congratulations to everybody who did get drafted yesterday. Hey, honestly, congratulations. And guys, I want to address, the very first, I have to address the 5,000-pound elephant in the room, guys. And, now, obviously, which one is it? And it's going to be LeVar Ball saying that Lonzo's going to take the Lakers to the playoffs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would not deny this. I wouldn't deny it, but I am. I am. The reason being is because who is Lonzo going to have on that team? Who? Besides Brook Lopez, who is he going to have? Let's be realistic, shall we? Who can the Lakers give up? Because I know they're not going to give up a first-round pick. It'd be an idiot to. Let's be realistic. They'd be stupid to give up a first-round pick. Who would they give up for Paul George? They ain't winning the season. Let's be realistic. That's going to happen in Lonzo's sophomore year. Okay? Hey, no way are the Lakers going to go ahead and get in on that sweepstakes. There's no way the Lakers are going to make a big move. Unless they get someone huge. And I mean a Blake Griffin. Somebody of that caliber. Somebody who can complement Mr. Lonzo Ball and Brook Lopez. And let's be realistic. I'm not going to hate on Brook Lopez. Honestly, I think he is a really good center. He really is. Is he the best one? No. Oh, but honestly, I think he's pretty good. And the rest of that team, it's sad, to say the least. I mean, obviously you got Lonzo Ball, you got Jordan Clarkson, who might be the shooting guard. You got Brandon Ingram, who I like, Luol Deng, Larry Nance Jr., and Brook Lopez. That will most likely be your starting five. But the question is, who? Like, is that really a team that can make an 8 seed? With the teams that are actually going to be coming back next season. Because, think of it like this. The Western Conference, hands down, and I usually, I can make this argument later on depending on the moves that happen in this offseason, but the Lakers are not a contender yet. And there are reasons why I say that. There are reasons why I say the Lakers are not contenders. There's number one reason is because of a move that happened last season that happened a little bit too late for time to tell. And that move happened in New Orleans. It was Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. First of all, another thing that you also gotta remember, Lonzo's gonna, with LeVar talking all this crap that he does, Lonzo has a target on his back. Alright, now, this is, honestly, this is me. Say, obviously, I don't know how the Clippers are going to be next year, pending Blake Griffin in, because he just declined his deal. He's going to be a free agent. Chris Paul, we obviously know he's probably going to go to the Spurs, and that would be filthy. But let's think of it like this. The 1 and the 2 seeds, say Curry and Durant do stay in Golden State. As much as it kills me to say that, say it happens. Golden State is probably going to be the 1 seed again. Number 2 seed, let's be realistic, guys. With Popovich as the coach, and with the way the San Antonio Spurs play every year, San Antonio, they're probably going to be the 2 seed. 3 seed last year was the Rockets. And honestly, I think the Rockets are just going to get better and better. And especially if they have an amazing free agency class and they have an amazing pickup up to complement and James Harden. And hands down, do I think the Rockets could maintain a 3 seed? Honestly, I'm not going to say yes, but honestly, with the way it's been sounding as to who they're going to go after, right now, from what I've been hearing, the Rockets plan on going after someone such as Griffin, such as CP3, such as Millsap, such as Lowry. Something like that. One of those big 4 could honestly go with Harden. They sign CP3, Harden goes back to the 2 guard. Sign Griffin, and it's just like, hey, Harden and Howard, except honestly a little bit of a more elite player. They could shop for Millsap, or possibly sign him. And Lowry, it's the same deal. Pretty much, you could get 2 point guards, and it'd be awesome. It really would be for the Rockets. So, Rockets, I think, would be a very tough 3 seed. 4 seed, this is a little bit where it gets tough, but a little bit where it gets easy. Where it gets easier. 4 seed, in my opinion, it's going to be a team that has been really underlooked, and honestly, if they can sign someone in free agency who is an amazing power forward, and honestly, with the move that they just made, they're locked. They really are locked. Honestly, I said it in the beginning, they can keep Rubio, spoiler alert, they can keep Rubio, they can keep him, but they can also trade him. And they can also make him expendable. They could, like I said, possibly go after a George Hill. They could go after another point guard. And I like that. They could go after another point guard. Alright, and make Rubio the 6th man. Is that the smart move? Possibly not. Is it the right move? Who knows? But what they need more than ever is a stud power forward from this free agency class. And this free agency class has that. And honestly, they have a big 3. A lot of people say it's in the making, but it is a big 3. You got Towns at the 5. You got Wiggins at the 3, and they have Butler at the 2, most likely. That actually reminds me of a big 3. And if you guys think about it, what big 3 had a 2 guard, had a 3 guard, and a developing 5 guard? Let's be realistic. Well, honestly, obviously, y'all know who it was. It was the Heat. Alright? Now, obviously, I'm not going to say that big 3, he had everybody developing. All 3 were pretty much, they were developing, they were stars, or in their own way, but it was a dynamic big 3, or it was a big 3 that honestly today, in my opinion, is probably one of the best big 3s around. And possibly, a lot of people are going to hate this, of all time, possibly. And a lot of people are going to say the 95-96 Bulls, and I'll agree with that, and with Jordan and Pippen. But honestly, if it's one team that I'm going to compare to that team, it's probably going to be the Heat, because a lot of those guys had the talent. And obviously they didn't have the records, but they had the talent. And so I'm going to say for a 4 seed, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to say that the Timberwolves make a 4 seed. 5 seed, if Hayward, honestly it was the Jazz, and honestly if Hayward resigns, if he does not go to the Heat like everybody's saying he is, 5 seed hands down is locked up for the Jazz. It's the Jazz's to lose. I mean, who knows? Maybe they flip-flop with the Timberwolves. Who knows? Oh, that's my opinion. 6 seed, this is where I'm actually going to go ahead, and I'm actually going to look at Oklahoma City because of Westbrook. And they were the 6th seed, but I'm not going to say that Westbrook's going to get them them to a 6th seed because honestly, I think the new 6th seed is going to be that New Orleans team. That New Orleans team with Davis and Cousins as a front court, that is filthy. Those are the two best, honestly, in my opinion, those are the two best big men in the league. And the scary thing about both of them is they're both all around. Davis, I believe, is Defensive Player of the Year this year. Possibly. Cousins, Boogie, the guy is a power forward. And honestly, in my opinion, he could play small forward. He really could, but he's too tall for it, in my opinion. But that's beside the point. Oh. But honestly, I think that's going to be your 6th seed in the New Orleans Pelicans. And also adding the fact that I believe they have, I think it's Drew Holiday at the 1. I'm going to check that right now. I think it's Drew Holiday at the 1. Yeah, Drew Holiday and I believe Jordan Crawford, no. Oh, but still, that's a good big 3 right there as well. Well, then I get to the 7th seed, and honestly, I think that, again, it is going to be Westbrook and the Thunder. I mean, it was the Grizzlies, and this is where I get to the point where this conference is getting it to be stacked. And honestly, Westbrook, by himself. The guy without Kevin Durant is scary. The guy with Kevin Durant, if Kevin Durant had rejoined or if Durant stayed on the Thunder and Westbrook played the way he did, that's an NBA team that wins the finals this year. Durant gets his ring this year if Westbrook does what Westbrook did. Now, the 8th seed is kind of where I'm tossing it up. No, it's not the Lakers. No way the Lakers make it. Alright? You know what? I'm going to say it like this. Because the Grizzlies, they have too much talent. And on that team with Gasol and Mike Conley. And Tony Allen and... yeah. And with Zebo, if he resigns. And then you also got the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, you got the Nuggets, who were really good last year. And honestly, this is where I toss my phone and I say there's no way the Lakers make an 8th seed. There's no way. No chance. Now, I know people are saying this crazy, but it's true. There's no way. Hey, and I'll stand here and I'll say it like this. And I got my family, I got my mom and dad upstairs, I got my girlfriend right here. Her headphones are in, but I'm pretty sure people can hear me when I say this. If the Lakers make the playoffs for an entire week here on YouTube, for an entire week, so this is probably about a year from now, if the Lakers make the playoffs, you know, I'll up it. I'll up the ante. I'll up the ante. If the Lakers make a 6th seed, because an 8th seed or a 7th seed, honestly, is a little bit up for grabs. You know what? You know what? Here, this is the deal. If the Lakers make an 8th seed, I'll buy a Baller brand hat. Whatever the brand for Lonzo Ball is. 8th seed, I get the hat. 6th seed, or 7th seed, I'll get the shirt. They make a 6th seed or higher, I'll wear a hat, I'll wear a shirt for a full week of videos. Alright, y'all hear me now. I'll wear a hat and a shirt. Full merchandise, full week. Y'all hearing it from me now. Oh, if that happens. And you know what? If they win an NBA championship, for just saying, if they win an NBA championship, and I'm gonna say this on my Facebook page too. Ooh, so you guys ain't gonna be the only ones that hear it. If they win an NBA championship, I will personally go I will personally make a shirt that says LeVar is the GOAT. Y'all hear it from me now. And like I said, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go live on Facebook in about 10 minutes. Once I'm done with this, and I'm gonna say it there. Here, everything I've said right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say on Facebook. Look, now, speaking of the NBA draft, and speaking of teams that I believe that could possibly make the playoffs, and honestly that could also make a run at the playoffs, and honestly a scary team. 76ers, man. Yo, that team with Fultz next year, whew, that team's going to be scary. If Fultz is healthy, Embiid, if he's healthy, if Simmons is healthy, and you know what? I'll even say it like this. If Okafor is healthy, and whoever they throw in at 2 guard, if that team is healthy, that team is going to be a contender. That team is a 2 seed. That team, maybe a 1 seed. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. It depends on the effort of the Cavs, because honestly, you got to remember, they just fired their owner. They really did. And they screwed up big time. Now, do I make this thing and say, you know, I trust the process? Honestly, I'm going to trust it a little bit. And honestly, depending on the move with Kristaps Porzingis, sorry, 6 rings, but depending on the move with Kristaps Porzingis, you can't really say. You can't say much. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it to the Sixers. I'll say that they make a 4 seed. 4 seed at tops. Now, obviously, I sound like LeVar right now. And I kind of feel like I'm sounding like him. Except I'm not saying that, you know, a team that just traded away their superstar or a point guard and a pretty good center, in my opinion, and just, you know, is going to make a run at the playoffs. No. If they get D'Angelo Russell and move him to shooting guard, I see that. I see that happening. But what's Lopez going to do? What is that team going to do that they haven't done in the past couple of years? No way, Lonzo. Oh, no way one person. I shouldn't really say no way one person does it. But guys, Lonzo's no Westbrook. Let's look at it like that. No way Lonzo's a Westbrook. But, honestly, like I said, I don't think the Lakers make it this year. If they do, like I said, if they do, I'm going to buy, like I said, if they make an 8 seed, I'll buy a hat. And I'll wear it for like 3 videos here. If they, or actually I'll wear it, because I'm also going to make a second channel, with 6 Rings of Steel, spoiler alert. They make a 7 seed, I'll buy the shirt. 6 seed, I'll buy the hat, I'll buy the shirt, 4 week of videos, dressed in it. And I'll wear it, to classes. I'll wear it to a couple of classes. If I forget, my bad. Actually, no. If I forget, then I owe you guys, then that day next week, I gotta wear it. Y'all heard it. Alright, now I want to talk a little baseball, because I haven't talked baseball in a minute. And it really has been a while since I turned around and I talked about baseball. And honestly, guys, why am I going to talk about baseball? Because I want to talk about a stud. An absolute stud, and in my opinion, and possibly a Rookie of the Year and an MVP. Now, is he honestly the next Gary Sanchez, where he just hit 25 home runs and he's done? Honestly, I don't think so. Oh, if you don't know who I'm talking about that huge mountain of a dude by the name of, what's his name? Oh, yeah, Aaron Judge. Yeah, no way. They have... No way they're going to have Judge. You know what I'm saying? No way Judge doesn't do well. Oh, actually, no way he doesn't do better than well. Oh, honestly, I think he's going to continue this. Honestly, if if I had to compare him to a player right now, I'm not gonna compare him to Trout, but honestly, he's playing a lot like a Giancarlo Stanton. And honestly, that was something I was talking about the other day, and something I actually wanted to bring up here, was the home run derby. And honestly, who I think could probably be a very good contender for it. Honestly, guys, the way I'm looking at it this year, and with the people who have actually done very well, extremely well, to say the least. Extremely well. Obviously, Judge, he got the invitation. He might be competing. He should compete, honestly. And then obviously you gotta put Stanton in there. Or for Miami purposes. Honestly, do I say you throw in Eric Thames? Maybe. Honestly, there are a lot of guys who I think could probably go into that at Derby. But I really do think that matchup between Judge and Stanton would be something to watch. And I really would enjoy it. And I think some of the fans would enjoy it too. But honestly, right now, the way Judge is playing, he's playing really good. The only question is he going to be able to keep it up for the Yankees? And honestly, he's been doing really good with using all parts of the field. He's been using the short porch and right. He's been hitting, when he makes good contact on the ball, he hits moonshot folks out to left field. And if he's on time, he can hit bombs to straightaway center. So, I mean, huge props to him. Honestly, again, do I see him being an MVP caliber player? I gotta see how he does. Honestly, it's early to tell. Because honestly, is he just, is he gonna keep this up till the All-Star game, and then All-Star game he just dies out, or, that's my opinion. And so, yeah. Alright guys, so, I figured I'd talk a little bit of baseball. What just happened? I'm looking down at GTA and I just saw my guy die for some reason. And probably hunger. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for me. Like I said, guys, that's my opinions. And that's what I'm thinking right now. Oh, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And guys, I will talk to you very soon. Alright? Later, guys.